What's up guys, Mitchell Watts with Town & Country TV in a completely different setup that you've ever seen. We're actually inside of our dealership in Bessemer, Alabama, and today we're going to talk about a topic that I get all the time when people call me and ask, hey, I want to build my truck, but I don't know if it's going to fit in my garage. And the question is, when you lift your truck, how can you estimate how tall the truck will be before you start? Because what you don't want to do is lift the truck and then you're 2 inches too tall for your actual garage or parking deck that you go to on a constant basis. So in this video, I'm going to show you some redneck arithmetic that'll kind of give you an idea of what you can possibly expect to see as far as the overall height after a lift or after a level. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the actual math behind it. And pardon the terrible drawing that I've got for you here, but this is supposed to represent an F-150. And the idea there is, okay, now we know what the overall height is now, and I just pulled that off of Ford.com. On a normal XLT F-150 four-wheel drive, you're looking at a 77.2 inches tall from the floor to the top of the cab. So that's what the overall height that you're looking at. So how can I guess what this thing is going to be height-wise once I'm done with the lift kit? Well, let's just go ahead and assume that we're going to put like a 6-inch BDS suspension lift. So if it's a 6-inch BDS or really any other lift kit, most of the time if it's a 6-inch, it's about 6 inches. If it's a 6.5, it's about 6.5 inches. So that's pretty much true. So if we're going to take the actual suspension and we're going to basically move the axle down another 6 inches, that would move the truck up by 6 inches, okay? So we know that if I'm already starting with a 77.2 overall height for the cab right here when it's stock, I can automatically go ahead and add 6 inches to that calculation, okay? So we know that that's a guaranteed. But now what about the tires? Because yeah, you move the suspension 6 inches, that moves the cab 6 inches. What about the tires? Well, on this blue F-150 that we just got through lifting, and we're going to actually test this theory once I'm done with it, with an actual, show you what the actual height of the truck is. But on that particular truck, the tires actually end up being 31.9 inches tall in overall diameter before these were the stock tires before we actually lifted it. So the question is okay, what size tires do you go to? Well, we went with 35s. Now the BDS kit, you can actually fit up to 37s if you've got the right offset on the wheel. And so that's a unique thing about the BDS. Not all 6 inches can fit a 37, but on this particular setup, we went with 35s. So if we had 35, we went up to 35s, right? And I want to compare that to the 31.9, you're going to be looking at roughly about a 3-inch difference, basically. I'm going to put it in exactly because I sell cars for a living, and that's because I was never good with math. 35 minus 31.9, 3.1. 3.1, so you're talking about a 3.1 inch difference on this tire. So from here to here, you're talking about 3.1 inches is the overall height, okay? What we're concerned with, what is the overall height of the truck going to be afterwards? So I guess what I'm saying is if this tire is 3.1 inches taller than the factory one, then what you can pretty much guess is that 1.55 inches is going to be below the axle, okay? So if this is the axle, so 1.55 is going to be below the axle, and we'll have 1.55 is going to be above the axle. And I guess the reason I'm doing it this way is because only the tire size or the increase in tire size underneath that axle is going to push the truck upward, if that makes any sense. So basically what I can do is I can take half of the increase in size plus the 6-inch lift kit plus the overall height of the factory vehicle should give us the overall height after the modifications were completed. Now keep in mind this is redneck arithmetic. Please verify this stuff before you start lifting your truck and then get mad at me if it doesn't work. This is more or less, I guess you could say, a mathematical experiment here. So what we've got is the 77.2, the factory ride height, or not ride height, but cab height. We've got the 6-inch BDS lift kit, and we've got the extra 1.55 inches on the tires. You add those together and that should be the overall height after the modification. And once again, I'm going to verify all of this here in just 1 second. So we're looking at 84.75 inches is going to be the estimated height of the vehicle. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So if you take that 12 inches, you're talking about just over 7 feet, 7.0625 feet is going to be the actual height. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and brake, walk out there to the other truck that we just lifted in this exact example and see how close or how far off we are as far as the measurements go and the estimation, so that way you can kind of get an idea for it. So let's go ahead and do that right now. All right, now we are outside. We've got our fancy schmancy tape measure. True story, before we did all those calculations, I have not been out here to measure the truck. So if it's wrong, it's because I'm gonna put it on YouTube. If I'm right, I'm gonna put it on YouTube as well. But shameless plug, this vehicle actually is available for sale. The link will be down in the description, and it's available with some insane discounts, especially even for being a 2020 model. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the vehicle. Now, you'll notice that the first thing I'm gonna notice we got the power deployable running boards on this. All this kind of stuff can add weight to the vehicle, and as you know, weight can also lower the vehicle as well. So that's why all of this is going to be rough estimates. But what we have to use is this shark fin is going to be the what you kind of have to base it off of, because the body itself can make it under, but if you rip the shark fin off, you're going to damage the roof of your truck. So this is going to have to be kind of our point. Now, since that shark fin's up closer to the other side, I'm actually going to pop to the other side to see if we can kind of get a better estimate on what it's going to be as far as overall height. So Josh, as we come around, I don't know if this is going to, how this is going to work, but what I am looking at is, I don't know how well you can see that, but that is very, very stinking close to 84, what did I say, 84.75? Is that what I said, Josh? Yep, so very, very close in overall height on the vehicle. Now keep in mind, this is a redneck arithmetic. We're not, certifying a certain height or anything like that, because heck, even a full tank of gas can affect the ride height of the vehicle just due to the weight itself. But what we wanted this video to be was just a good opportunity for, hey, I'm thinking about lifting my truck. I don't know if it's gonna fit. That's a great way that you can tell. Simply, if it's a 6-inch lift kit, add 6 inches to the overall current height, plus half of the increase of the diameter of the tire. And the same thing goes for a 2.5-inch leveling kit. If you wanted to go with a BDS or a Ready Lift 2.5-inch leveling kit or 2-inch leveling kit, whatever it is, you take the increase in the lift completely and you add that to the overall height plus half of the increase of the tire diameter. So that's kind of what you're looking at. So hopefully this video helped you. If you found this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel with the bell notifications turned on, because we always try, even though we are a Ford dealership locally in Alabama, we never use this channel to try and sell you something. We simply just learned a long time ago that if we can help enough people with their truck build, even if they never buy something from us, it's simple. We never have to worry about money or selling cars. You just take care of people and good things happen back to you. So the only thing we ask in return is hit that subscribe button with that bell notification turned on. If you have any questions or any other particular things that you think might be a good topic for a video, make sure to leave those in the comments, because a customer that we're actually building a truck for right now was the same person that actually gave me the idea for this video. So I thought that was pretty cool. So make sure to leave those questions down in the comments. And if you'd like some more information about this particular truck, you can see alabamaford.com as our website, or you can simply call us about having your next lift truck built to your specifications. We can ship in most situations, and we're just simply happy to help you. So if you have any questions, let us know. If not, thank you so much for watching this video, and have a great day.